I was just thinking about this. I know this has been a big deal floating around these internet streets, but this is one of these stories. It's not like a rush because there's quite a few people covering this story. So I felt like this wasn't something that I needed to get a jump on. But even though it appears that Carly Russell turned herself in, they're saying at best she's looking at misdemeanor charges. So, in all likelihood, she's probably not gonna do any time. But my thing is, what made her decide to just come up with such this, absurd, um, eccentric, super, you know, Mel Gibson, ransom, Liam Neeson, take 'em type of story. And then at the end of the day, you know, it turned out that she wasn't being truthful. Now, her face is plastered all over social media, but at the end of the day, people have a short attention span unless it's one of these situations like what happened with Jesse Smollett. Now, she isn't a celebrity like Jesse Smollett. Jesse Smollett's, from what people are saying, Jesse Smollett will be lucky if he end up on he'll be lucky if he end up on a one of those low budget movies that be on Tubi because of you know what he represented, because he posed that represented the colorful community, not meaning black, even though he is black. And that just goes to show you that they'll turn their back on one of their so-called own at the drop of a dime, because they completely left him out to dry. But then just looking at this story with this young lady, you just like what would make you do something like this? And then they found your phone and you were looking at, you know, basically all type of ways to basically stage a kidnapping and all this kind of stuff. She should have thought about this. And this day and age, they got cameras everywhere. They got social media everywhere. You can't pull these type of hoax and think that you can pull this off, because they got the technology they have this day and age. It's just very hard to stage something like that without in all likelihood getting caught. And she's lost her job because basically the place where she works at um, said that they were losing business, that their business dropped dramatically. Now, I don't know if she worked for a privately owned business or whatever, but it appears she, in all likely, worked for a privately owned business, even though they have laws about taking action against employees for off-duty conduct, but they have what you call loopholes for employers, and I guess she qualify under that. But then again, I did think about it. I did think about it though. Um, you have what you call, as far as content creators go, you have people that want to be taken serious. Then you have people that don't want to be taken serious, that some of them put together cool satires and they consider themselves comedians. But then there are some people that's just so desperate for attention to where they'll do anything to get attention at the expense of other people. Like, I'm gonna be honest with you, I've made a video or two about this. I do not care for those pranksters, because one, I think when they do this stuff to people, it's degenerate behavior. Especially when you walking up to people, like saying stupid stuff towards them, or sometimes throwing bags of pillows and putting garbage cans over their head. And for the people that sit up there and say, well, it's just a pillow. It's not like they trying to kill him, but at the end of the day, assault is assault. And at the end of the day, if you don't know that person personally, you're not pranking somebody, you're harassing them. And that's where everything gets all fuzzy. I just don't care for that. When you see people spraying people, secretly spraying people with water. Now, some of these so-called pranks, I believe some of them are staged, but then some of them not. You faking like you a DoorDash driver, and you acting like you throwing somebody's food on the ground, and you filming it, and then when they ready to go upside your head, you say, "Oh, it's a prank. It's a prank." It's not a prank. And then plus you're not asking people's permission and stuff. And then when you do tell them it's a prank, I mean, at the end of the day, you can at least give them some money. Because more than likely, if you have like 100,000 subscribers, you're going to make a decent amount of money doing this kind of stuff. So at the end of the day, you're profiting off of harassing people and bullying people. And like I said, if you one of them people that think that's okay, it says a lot about you and your character. But that made me think about this. She was seeking some kind of attention, and I wouldn't be surprised. You know, eventually she may turn to social media and start telling her side of the story. At the end of the day, people gonna pick up a certain type of following. You just got people that just follow people who just, ain't what you call quote unquote good people, because they're not good people, and they will condone that type of behavior all day and night. Eventually somebody gonna try to justify and defend her behavior, because that's the type of world we're living in, where people defend stuff that what you would be are deemed morally wrong. So, like I said before, I just don't understand why she would just wake up in the morning and I'm trying to understand it, and then I get it based off what I'm seeing, around social media, and seeing how desperate people are for attention. But like, what type of attention was she seeking? And what does she expect to accomplish doing this? That's like, what was your, what was the end goal? What was your mission statement on like doing something like this? What was the purpose of this? What did you think was going to come out of this? Was she using this whole alleged kidnapping, seeing a baby being abducted, to try to take a shortcut to building up a, what you call a following on social media, and continuing to like perpetrate this story? That could be it. But, I just wanted to get my point across. So I just wanted to speak on this because I just found that just mighty strange. Just weird. But this is the day and age we live in, where people are desperate for attention. They're desperate for people to know who they are. Like, the theme song with Cheers, where everybody wants to know your name. So there you have it. Anyway, just wanted to get my thoughts on the situation. But anyway, I probably won't be talking about this anymore. But the next story I'm gonna do is this whole situation with Paramount, and Paramount kind of like, they kind of like asking for too much for BET. And I did some research. Tyler Perry isn't the sole owner of BET whatsoever. It's still ongoing, bids. Well, I think they closed the bids, and I guess Paramount gonna make a decision who they gonna decide to sell it to. But I'm going to do a video speaking on all these dudes that be sitting up here talking about how rich they is. I'm talking about in particular these celebrities, but that's another video. But anyway, I'm out. Oh yeah, and I also wanted to say, based off her actions, this is why I will continue to say, let's stop it with this notion and this this so-called what's the word I'm looking for? Um, let's stop it with this so-called notion and this so-called theme about believe all women, because you can't believe all women the same way you can't believe all men. Can we please get rid of that narrative? Anyway, I'm out.